CES is proud to present to you Letters from the First World.
Dear Mother, it has been 15 minutes since I last saw you and told you that I was going to Starbucks. Since that time, I have waited in line, waiting for cafe con leche. There are still a few ahead of me in line, and it doesn't look like I'll be able to find a seat in here even after it is finally my turn. The days grow dark, Mother. How I hearken to the days when I didn't have to wait in line. Tell the family I miss them, and try to remember me as a happy person, not the tortured soul that I have become. I have to go now, Mama. It seems the line is moving. Pray for me, for all of us, that we shall see this through to the other side. Your loving son, Herbert.
Dearest Herbert, it is with great regret that I, your father, has to be the one to speak the sad news to you. Your mother has passed. On her order of Choco Mocha Latte, and instead would like a green tea. She fears her oxidants have reached worrisome levels. Even now, she is fretting about awaiting your return. We miss you, son. And know this, we are damn proud of you, your father.
Dearest parents, please tell me this is not true, what I have been hearing. Has my younger brother gone to the other coffee shop down the street, Java Jam? How could you let this happen? We have been and always will be a Starbucks family. Doesn't he realize he is tearing this family apart? My heart is heavy in my chest. I cannot even commit to putting pen to paper anymore. The world is dark. Herbert.
Herbert, while it is true your brother went to the other coffee shop, it does not mean we love either of you any less. We have always taught you boys to follow your dreams and your heart. Yes, it is true that we have always been a Starbucks family, but I stand tall and proud for both of my sons, regardless of their choice. Come home soon. I will not stand and have this family fractured so. Your loving father. P.S. Your mom requested a muffin.
Father, have you taken leave of your senses? By letting John go to Java Jam, he has set in motion the end of the family. I fear I may never see any of you again. It is because the woman in front of me is paying with a check and Mother is thinking of a muffin? These are dark days indeed, Father. Dark days indeed. Tell Mother I love her. Goodbye, dearest family.
Herbert. Just bring home the fucking coffee. Jesus Christ. I never should have bought you that Civil War Letters DVD box set. God, I hate my children sometimes.
Hello, people of planet Earth, and welcome back to the Demented Revolution. We call this session of Demented Revolution To Order. I am Codename Wayne. Sitting across from me, Codename Shannon.
Hello.
And Codename Joe.
Yes, yes.
Today on the Demented Revolution, a lot of surprises, a lot of the same stuff. Actually, I think we're just going to wing this show. But we have movie chit-chat, Joe's Horror Corner, and maybe a couple other things that we don't even know yet. So stay tuned with us. We'll be back with more from the Demented Revolution.
It sure is a hot day. I need something to drink, but nothing seems to quench my thirst.
Did someone say they wanted a drink?
Who are you?
Well, I'm just a small-town lemonade salesman here to help you quenchify that powerful thirst.
Really?
Why, sure as Mom's rhubarb pie. Try some of this here deep-fried lemonade.
Deep fried?
That's right, deep-fried lemonade. We only use all natural lemons and pure cane sugar, and then we deep fry it all to lock in the goodness.
That sounds...
It's as natural as a duck taking to water. Why not take a sip?
Well, it's crunchy.
Well, that's the deep fry.
And oh my god, it's so sour.
Well, that's the lemons doing their thing.
I think I'm gonna...
Well, now just tilt your head back and sip a little bit more.
Uncle Bo's Deep Fried Lemonade. Ask for it by name at your local store. Uncle Bo's Deep Fried Lemonade. Illegal in all states except Rhode Island. Do not drink Uncle Bo's Lemonade if you are experiencing anything at all, even if you're breathing. Stay away from Uncle Bo's Deep Fried Lemonade at all costs. Uncle Bo's Deep Fried Lemonade takes no responsibility for injury or death when consuming Uncle Bo's Deep Fried Lemonade. Police and military forces have been ordered to shoot on sight anyone seen drinking Uncle Bo's Lemonade.
Well, that's Uncle Bo's Lemonade. It's deep fried goodness.
And welcome back to the Demented Revolution. Codename Wayne here, seeing that... Oh, by that sound you just heard, it's time for Movie Chit Chat. Movie Chit
All right, guys, I've got 5 pieces of news that I think are pretty exciting over the last couple of weeks.
Ooh, 5, the devil's number. 1 minus the devil's number.
1 minus the devil's number. Don't know if anybody's interested in this, but they have cast a new Lara Croft. Anybody care?
All right, I'm a gamer.
Okay, it's Alicia Vikander. Have you guys seen Ex Machina?
Yes.
Okay, that
Ooh.
girl from Ex Machina, and
Really?
also from a movie that you didn't like very much, The Danish Girl.
Right. Okay.
The lead girl?
No, the lead girl.
She was very... I liked her. No,
Are you talking about Eddie Redmayne?
And she is Laura Croft. Who's Laura Croft?
Lara Croft
Or
is,
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft is Alicia Vikander. She's
the Ex Machina chick.
Yes, and she was also in a Danish Girl as Einmar's wife.
That's the same girl?
Yes.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
For anybody who wants a
really?
6 degree of separation, I did not know that. She is stunning. Wow.
Yeah, I like her.
She was a robot in Ex Machina.
Yeah.
But her face was like CGI.
Half. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
a
was
hot ass robot.
A hot ass.
But in
That was part
Danish
of the plot
Girl,
point, yeah.
she was stunning.
Yeah.
Literally, she was a beautiful girl.
I think that'll be good. That's a good cast.
You know what? Thumbs up. I'll give it to her. Yeah.
I'm excited actually because I think she's a great actress, and I'm really hoping they just put out a decent script. It doesn't have to be perfect, just fun. I want it to be fun. The first 2, I don't know. I like Angelina Jolie, but I was just bored by most of it.
What do you want from a Lara Croft movie? Do you want female Indiana Jones?
I'm okay.
Or do you want some supernatural in there? Do you want some
okay
magic and fantasy?
I'm okay with female Indiana Jones, but there was magic and fantasy in Indiana Jones when everyone's face melted off. So
that was Jesus.
That was
Jesus saying stop.
Like, hey, don't touch that.
That's how Jesus says stop. He doesn't know his own strength.
Yes.
But that was supposed to be like God or heaven or something,
God,
right?
Yeah.
Something that did that.
It's based on this old thing about the Ark of the Covenant where somebody dropped it and died. Like,
Well, that was the 10 Commandments. It was all the dust of the 10 Commandments in there. That's what the Ark of the Covenant is.
No.
Nuh-huh.
Are you?
Nuh-huh.
I think
Trust me, I am a registered ordained minister, and I know this.
This is.
And he does not tell a lie.
I am forbidden to. I'm sorry. It's the rules. I would love to, but I cannot. The Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, it's where the 10 Commandments were kept.
Are you serious?
It's basically a storage facility for
we're
the 10
gonna get
Commandments.
back to you, revolutionaries, because this is. I'm sorry. This is some interesting stuff. I'm pretty sure the Ark of the Covenant is supposed to house the essence of God, and in the Old Testament, yeah, somebody dropped it and was struck dead. Like, it was nuts. Oh,
Here we go.
what does it say?
The ark contained the golden pot that had manna, and everybody loves manna. I think that's like peanut butter, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Aaron's rod that budded. I think that's a porno movie. And the tablets of the covenant.
Which is not the same as
That's
It's not the same as the commandments.
Yeah, I didn't hear
That is-
commandments in there.
Yeah.
Covenant commandments. They just misspelled it. It's the internet. You can't expect that.
I did hear tablets.
Tablets, right?
So
it
a lot of
doesn't mean
iPads are in
so
there.
It doesn't mean like Samsung and whatnot.
Future technology there.
The Ark of the Covenant was basically just a what's the word I'm looking for? A steamer trunk. That's all. It was just some
It was
like
a
somebody
trunk.
was moving.
Yeah.
Like Moses, was like, let's get out of here. We gotta go. Just throw some crap in there. It was just a box basically, but they like to really ordain it up like Liberace. And then boom, he goes, "Where's my 10 Commandments?" I threw in the thing. And then they knew Noah, and Noah's big thing was the ark, so that's why they said the ark. Look, I know this whole story. I go on for you.
Man, I'm getting a Bible lesson here.
Sermon here. This is amazing.
You are an ordained
Because,
minister.
Noah was all about the ark, and everybody's like, "What's an ark?" And he's like, and then what's his name? Moses was sitting at home going, I like that word, ark. Let's call this one ark.
Were they,
and
were they alive at the same time? Is that it?
they were neighbors.
Oh, wow.
They were neighbors.
That's amazing.
But he was moving because he knew the flood was coming. That's why Moses took on him.
Gotcha.
See, Moses didn't really have to worry because he could part the waters. But he was like, I don't want people to know my superpowers. He was kind of like Superman in that respect.
I see.
So he wanted to be a secret superhero.
Concealed powers.
And so they went out into the desert and he got lost for 40 years. So Moses was
40 years now. Dang, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
So he took a wrong turn and then boom, done.
But Laura Croft, definitely.
Yes,
I like her.
I'm excited actually. That was courtesy of Deadline. I think that's going to be very interesting. Here's something that might interest Wayne. They are doing a series based on Wet Hot American Summer.
This summer, take a trip back to 1981 with the special people who made summer camp unforgettable.
You guys aren't supposed to be out of your bunks. You're in trouble.
The camp director.
4 campers are stuck in the ropes course. I meant to tell you about that yesterday. Could you get to it now?
The counselors.
Wait for me, Abby Bernstein. Wait for me, my darling.
Wait. I just want to take off my shirt.
The kitchen staff.
Finish up the taters. I'm gonna go fondle my sweaters.
Come on, what? You said you were gonna go fondle your sweaters.
No, I didn't.
The water sports.
Hey, Andy, can I take out the Barbie brush?
Sure.
The nature hikes.
Out! Out!
And of course, who can forget the sex, the muggings, the cover-ups, the malaria, the psychotherapy.
Hello.
And the friendships that last a lifetime.
We want you to be the guest of honor at our wedding next week.
From USA Films and creators of TV's The State.
A renegade piece of Skylab heading right for the cap.
Oh my God.
It could kill us all.
Janine Garofalo, David Hyde Pierce, Paul Rudd, Christopher Maloney, and Molly Shannon.
Andy, have you seen my swimming buddy?
I was busy.
It's your job to make sure kids don't drown. Where are we going?
To a big secret pizza party.
Wet, hot American summer.
For Netflix.
It does interest me. I enjoyed the movie. I liked the one-off. They did that one season series where they came back like 20 years later, and it was funny because it was a prequel, but everybody was 20 years old.
Older.
So
it's weird.
But I like the actors and David Wayne and everybody that was involved in it. So they got a good sense of humor, funny. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Maybe they're kind of beating a dead horse a little bit. It's that ship has sailed. I think
it's called Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later.
Okay, so this one at least will be a sequel,
rather than a prequel
where
everyone's older.
And they're doing a regular. They want to do, or is it another one of these like one-off series?
They basically said 10 years later is Netflix's follow-up to the 2015 8-episode limited series First Day of Camp, which was a prequel. As far as I can tell, they're probably just going to do a limited series here. Yeah. No casting information yet, but obviously it's probably going to have the same people. Paul Rudd,
They bring a ton of people.
Yeah,
That's a
lot of
Bradley Cooper, Elizabeth
lot of
Banks,
cameos in
Amy
there.
Poehler.
Amy Poehler, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people. So
John Benjamin, Michael Ian Black.
Oh yeah, cool.
John Benjamin was the camp counselor in the series prequel, who was killed, and his soul was then into a soup can that the chef talked to.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did you not see the movie?
No, I have not. That sounds insane. Okay, that's I'm gonna.
And
have to watch
the guy, the chef, is the guy from Law and Order SVU. Christopher
Maloney.
Yeah. That guy.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, he could be a very funny actor.
It is very funny. All of it's really good.
Okay, wow. So, I'll keep an eye out for that. I'm always interested in seeing new Netflix series.
So check out Wet Hot American Summer, the movie. then check out Wet Hot American Summer First Day of Camp,
The
which is
prequel.
the prequel.
That's the prequel. Okay.
Set later.
And then I guess this one's coming. When's this one coming out?
I have no details on that. Probably next year.
So this
'cause
could be a
they
lie.
just announced
This
it.
could all be a lie.
You think it's a lie?
All right.
Just to raise people's hopes?
Just to get you watching the originals.
But yeah, okay, so that's Netflix. Another Netflix show that I'm sure you guys are excited about. The Punisher has been greenlit.
Yay!
Yeah.
Boy, that's a yay!
I mean, he is
I
the
am.
Punisher,
I'm looking
so-
forward to that. I enjoyed his role in Daredevil season Dose, and I thought he brought Frank Castle to life on the screen. Did any of you guys
I agree.
check it out?
Great
Yes,
rendition
yes,
of the Punisher.
I did. I remember feeling a little unsettled at the end after, spoiler alert, he kills the main villain. The villain that he didn't realize was the villain. He kills the villain. And after he does, he seems kind of irredeemable at that point, and he basically
Frank Castle?
Frank Castle. Well, because Karen makes that plea, like, you don't have to do it, and he's like, sorry. And
But that's Frank Castle.
That's him.
That's
him.
the yeah.
That's him.
He's
like,
not a redeemable character.
person. He's like, I'm going to do it.
Kill, kill, kill. Done, done, done.
I know, but it was an odd juxtaposition for me to watch. Like Daredevil's like, fighting and trying to do this and trying to do that and fight the hand, and then you got this guy who's like, yeah, I'm just gonna blow this guy away, so peace out.
Daredevil season 2, he was a little bitch in this whole season.
Daredevil?
Yeah, got his ass handed to him a lot.
He got his butt handed to him in the first season too. Like Claire patched him up how many times?
But this one, he just seemed like every time he turned around, even going to prison and having spoiler, having Kingpin just beat
manhandle.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I felt that right in that scene.
I
I'm
know.
like, "Ooh,
For once, I was actually afraid for him. Like probably the only time where I was like, this is the dumbest way you might die, like in a prison.
And
like,
he literally seemed like he had zero control. Like he was just like, oh, what's happening?
Now, see, I wonder if he was good enough to make that as part of his act. Like the idea, like, because he can't be like a kung fu fighting blind lawyer, because then the Kingpin would be like, aha! So,
I think all lawyers are kung fu fighters. And
it's prerequisite.
I think that's how you pass the bar. You have to, it's a battle to the death cage match.
Definitely. But, so I think some of it was him not fighting back because he can't reveal himself to be a blind lawyer who is all of a sudden really good at kung fu and can beat a man
I agree.
3 times his size.
I agree, but also in the same sense that I think it was I think he was overpowered, and I think that he also realized that there would be no point in him fighting back because the entire prison is obviously on Kingpin's side.
And he had to play the role of helpless blind man too.
Yeah,
kind of had to play that role.
I don't know. I think he was helpless blind in that scene.
You really
I really
think so? You think he was?
I don't think he was expecting that. I don't think he was, and I think it caught him totally off guard. And I think he was a helpless blind man at that point, because Kingpin was showing that Kingpin beat him mercilessly in the comics. I don't know if you guys follow Daredevil comics, but
not really. But I'd heard that Kingpin was formidable. He
horrible.
Not only did he have power, but he was physically powerful. That it was just like.
Whereas Karen, it was such a douchebag in the comics, and he keeps going back to her, and she keeps screwing him over, and she sold his identity, Matt Murdock's identity, to this is in the comics.
Wow.
She sold his identity to a drug dealer just for some drugs because she was an addict, and Kingpin got because his network was so large, got his hands on the information, and then systematically took Matt Murdock's life apart and destroyed Daredevil. It was an amazing comic. Pick it up today. But yeah, it was great. It's just dark, and he just destroyed Matt Murdock's life. Kevin Smith's run with Daredevil has Karen coming back after being a porn star in California with AIDS.
Very nice.
Pardon.
But I did like John Bernthal as the Punisher. He was solid performance. I think he's a great actor. I wish they kept him in Walking Dead, but really good actor. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I don't watch Walking Dead. I'm one of the few that doesn't, but this actor was very, very good on the show. So I'm excited to see what the Punisher series would look like. As far as I know, I think we've got official confirmation on that. Entertainment Weekly did confirm that. So let's see what happens, guys.
There should be, and I'm crossing my fingers and toes, there should be a crossover of Punisher, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones. Those should all be, because that's in the same universe.
I'm thinking they're going to do that.
Now, Jessica Jones fan?
I liked it, but I thought it had flaws.
Didn't get real into it.
Did not like it. Love the comic. Anybody read the comic?
No, I have not.
Love the comic, and I understand that their hands are kind of tied because they in the comic, Jessica Jones is a hard drinking, smoking private detective, ex-superhero type thing, just kind of down and out loser. But she still has ties with the Avengers. Like, that's the universe. Like, the Avengers will be flying over. She goes out to eat with Carol Danvers. So she runs into Steve Rogers. There's a lot of Avengers crossover in the comic itself. They don't play a big part in the story, but it's that universe that you see. She actually ends up dating Scott Lang, Ant-Man. So, but she becomes the bodyguard of Daredevil, and I can't think of what is his lawyer name? Matt Murdock. My God, it totally escaped me. She becomes his bodyguard, and she becomes married to Luke Cage. It's a really, really, really great story, the whole Jessica Jones story, and they kind of screwed the pooch with the Jessica Jones thing. So I'm hoping that at least with the TV show, maybe that'll pick it up by bringing those guys in, doing a little mashup of Daredevil and Punisher, and
that'd be cool.
I guess they're filming Luke Cage now, which I was not impressed with Luke Cage in the Jessica Jones thing, but we'll see.
Let's see what happens, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of crossover because, spoiler alert, guys, in Daredevil, one of the partners goes to work for Jessica Jones, the lawyer agency, the law firm that Jessica Jones does occasional work for. So
that is true, yes.
Yes, and because...
What's his name? Foggy.
Foggy, yeah, because Foggy goes to work for them, and they have that little moment where he's like, I've seen some shit, lady, and she's like, do you want to bet? And I thought that was pretty good. So there's definitely going to be crossover. I'm really excited about that.
Good.
Really excited.
I am kind of disappointed that David Tennant's run on Jessica Jones was just that season. Spoiler again. So, because I think David Tennant's, because that character in the comic was also one of the best characters in the Jessica Jones story. So I understand why they chose that villain to be there, which I think they could have used him better. But still, it was a great mind control. That's always fun, and it would. But I love David Tennant, so it would have been nice to see David Tennant continue. But whatever.
David Tennant is in a lot of things, so I think you can definitely see him in so many things.
I can never see enough David Tennant. Oh my God, did I say that out loud?
And now PBS is proud to continue its long-running series, Letters from the First World.
Dearest Gertrude, as I sit in my car at this stoplight, I cannot help but think fondly back to the days when there was just a stop sign here on the corner of 4th and Lakewood. Oh, how those were heady days when the air seemed cleaner and the sun shone brighter. I hate to admit it, but here at this stoplight, I feel that our God may have forsaken us. Forgive me, Lord, for I feel I am losing my way. Faithfully yours, Henry.
My love, Henry. Receiving your letter brought such joy into my world. I have heard tales from the townspeople about that traffic light you speak of. Some say it is the incarnation of Lucifer himself. Oh, how my heart jumped just at the thought of you there, stranded, watching that non-blinking red eye. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. I love you, Henry. You may give up on God, but don't give up on me. Damn it, don't you dare. With loving regards, Gertrude.
My faithful wife, Gertrude. When I received your letter, I actually sang. The others around me heard me through my sunroof, and some even clapped. We're valiantly attempting to keep our spirits up. Regretfully, a young boy by the name of Timmy took his own life yesterday, for the unchanging traffic light was just too much to bear. Even worse, he was the driver of the lead car, so when the light does change, it may hamper getting through. Please don't mind the tear stains, for you are now the only thing I have to live for. Mournfully, Henry.
Henry, I'm sorry, but the wait has been too long. I have married another man, your brother to be exact. We are with child as I write this. Know this, though, you will always have a place in my heart. Regretfully, Gertrude.
Gertrude, I wish I could say I'm surprised at you taking up with my brother, but I am not, for I always knew you were a cheating whore. It matters not, though, as several of the motorists in line have taken to cannibalism. I myself lost a foot and 2 fingers to the food riots. I know my time is short. If there's one thing you can do for me, please die of an STD. I would appreciate it. Fuck you, Henry.
Henry. Hello, I am Gertrude's lawyer. I would appreciate if you would not correspond with my client directly in the future. Please post anything you would like to say through myself and my law office. I truly do feel for your plight, as I have been at that traffic light many times and I do feel it is long. But frankly, I feel that you and your wife are insane. Respectfully, Jerry the Blah Blah, Esquire.
Mr. de Blah Blah, you say you know my trouble. Well, when was the last time you sat at a traffic light for over 2 minutes? Yes, that's right, sir, 2 minutes. I exaggerate none. The things I have seen, how can they ever be erased from my soul? A few moments ago, I wrestled a handgun from one of the other drivers and have it pointed at my temple right now. This will be the last you hear from him. Wait, the light changed. Tell my wife I'll be home in a couple of minutes. Okay, Henry, out.
The next story I think is really funny because for the longest time I just assumed this was an urban legend that would never come true, and yet here we are.
Can we guess?
All right,
Okay,
guys,
so this is an urban legend.
This is an urban legend that I've heard.
Like an urban legend, as in like, oh, this movie's gonna get made. Urban legend, or urban legend like, and the dog had the fingers on them. You know, was that
the
what
first
kind of,
one?
Okay,
the first one.
So a movie that you never thought you heard was getting made, but you never thought that would be real.
Yes.
An all-female Ghostbusters. Was I right? Joe, you got any guesses? A movie, and you're excited about this?
No.
No, not excited. Okay.
I'm not excited about this. There's no
live-action Jetsons.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be some live-action cartoon.
I would watch that. Oh, Joe, you're very close.
Oh,
okay, live-action
cartoon. Okay, live-action.
We've done Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Smurfs.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a cartoon. Live-action Snagglepuss.
What? Okay.
Live-action Toy Story.
It has live action and animation, guys.
So it's kind of like a Song of the South and Roger Rabbit deal, right?
Yeah, Song of the South. Ugh. Okay, yes.
Song of the South was a trailblazer as one of the most racist films in one mankind.
Seriously, yes.
But it gives us. But to this day, we still sing Zippity Doo Dah.
True.
I only recently realized the origin of that.
I can't believe you are aware of the Song of the South, right?
Oh yeah.
The Disney Hooray for Slavery movie.
Out of the singing heart of the Old South come the timeless tales of Uncle Remus, forever fresh and new, sparkling with enchanting fantasy. This is motion picture storytelling at its best.
Well, sir, once upon a time, not your time, nor yet my time, but one time, I was going fishing.
Good morning. Good morning, girl. Here is entertainment, so refreshing, so heart-lifting, so satisfactual, you'll want to see it again and again. You'll meet Brer Rabbit, that bright little rascal who loves to live dangerously. You'll meet that crafty, frustrated villain, Brer Fox, forever scheming to catch and cook Brer Rabbit.
Dinner's going to be ready in a minute now. I have to just put a few more sticks on the fire, get the fire going good.
You'll meet Brer Bear, big, bumbling, and not overly bright. Yes, Walt Disney's Song of the South has all this and more. And there is Walt Disney's cartoon fun to give you that zippity-doo-dah feeling.
How do you do?
Fine, how are you?
How you come on?
Oh boy.
I loved it as a kid.
I am shocked and I am surprised that no one is offended, and I'm glad. I'm thankful for it. But because I think we've become far too PC this world. But in Splash Mountain, the ride is based on Song of the South, and so when you go through, the little animatronic characters are all from Song of the South: Brer Bear, Brer Fox, Brer Rabbit, and there is a character in the story, in the movie, and in the Song of the and the Splash Mountain called Tar Baby, and I just thought, I am shocked that you put that in there. And of course, and everybody is speaking in that kind of old Southern black vernacular, like "you going to your happy place now," that type of thing. Oh gosh! But it's there, and nobody's saying a word about it, and I'm shocked by that. With the way everybody freaks out about every little thing, that it's like, my God, here's a whole ride.
A whole ride.
I'm surprised that you don't see slaves in chains in there, but.
Wow,
That's
bad. I did not know that. So
did you know? You never been on Splash Mountain?
I don't remember anything about Splash Mountain. I haven't been in years.
But yeah, that's
now that I think about it, yeah. But they're all animals, so
yes,
they're animals.
Exactly. You don't see Uncle Remus sitting there being like, "Let me tell you a story, children."
You don't.
You don't see that, but this is the story that Uncle Remus is telling.
Yeah,
basically. Well, a bunch of us broke down black folk were trying to get the Tar Baby. So it's
the Tar Baby.
Oh my God.
It is just a riveting racial film, and one for Disney. Go Walt! Yay! So it was not that.
It's definitely not that. It's definitely not.
Is it an animated Django Unchained? Am I right?
No.
Django Unchained.
No, guys. Should I just tell you?
Do you want to give us a hint, or should we keep guessing? Or you want to just go?
Okay. It features an athlete.
Okay. Is it Cena? John Cena? Because he's like in everything now.
Is it LeBron James in the new?
Yes.
Space Jam?
Space Jam.
Is it Space Jam?
Yes.
Space Jam 2 or just Space Jam remake?
2.
Yeah.
Because admittedly, the first one did leave a lot of doors open and a lot
there's so many unanswered questions.
I was
Bill Murray.
Why? Bill Murray, why?
Yeah.
Why?
He's just why not? Bill Murray's why not? So yeah, this is actually happening. They are writing the script for the follow-up to the film.
That is unfortunate because I am a Looney Tunes fan. Classic Looney Tunes, not new Looney Tunes.
I am too.
And there was a movie done with, and I'm gonna say not Tia Leone. Who's Dharma from Dharma and Greg? What is her name?
Jenna
Elfman. Jenna Elfman and Brandon. Oh my God! I am totally losing everything. I am the Alzheimer's Batman. It is the Brandon. Who? The caveman guy. The
caveman guy.
He was with that Pauly. Wasn't it
Brendan
Pauly
Fraser?
Fraser.
Ah, okay.
Wow. Those two did a Looney Tunes movie. Do you remember this?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And it was not bad.
I remember that.
It wasn't great, but it was definitely far better than Space Jam.
Right? What's up, Doc?
Is this your idea? The Looney Tunes are back on the big screen.
We hug, we cry. So did you miss me?
And all they have to do is travel the world to find
The blue monkey. What's a blue monkey?
a very special diamond.
The diamond has supernatural powers.
Now, if I were a giant diamond, where would I be? Not there.
You know this all sounds insane.
Kids love it. I don't know the meaning of the word fear.
Say your prayers, dude!
Fear, noun, a state of terror.
We cannot let a boy, a girl, and a rabbit thwart our plans for global domination.
What about the duck?
Death never misses a cue.
God, sir. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
Hit me, Razzle-Dabbit!
Boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball.
Where's Yosemite Sam?
You want the varmints and what they come for.
Modified Chevrolet with a big 24 on the side.
Out of the way, fancy boy.
Coming through. Help me.
What kind of sick joke is this?
Ducks.
Dynamite!
Throw it out the window!
It'll send the wrong message to children.
Brendan Fraser, Jenna Elfman, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck,
Welcome to my world.
And Steve Martin as the evil head of the Acme Corporation.
I know I'm hot.
In the biggest animated adventure ever to hit real life. Looney Tunes back in action.
It's all yuck yucks and then bam wham blam.
Only in theaters November 14th.
But it was like at least the people that wrote this movie and did this movie at least had a handle on Looney Tunes. Like they acted like Looney Tunes, but it was kind of a Roger Rabbit, but with all Looney Tunes type thing with Brendan Fraser and Jenna Elfman. Okay. But it wasn't that bad. Had its moments. It was watchable at the very least. Whereas Space Jam, wow, that one hurt.
You got the Looney Tunes playing basketball. They just like, how can we incorporate Michael Jordan with Looney Tunes? Let's have them all play a basketball game. Huh? Yeah.
It was
horrible.
And now they're going to do it again with LeBron James.
Maybe they can have the Looney Tunes and Mario Andretti, and they'll be racing cars. Or that's what they should do. They should bring back the wacky races.
That would be fun.
I would like to see the wacky races.
That would be great. That would be great.
Classic cartoons. Joe, what's a classic cartoon you used to watch when you were a child?
Classic cartoon I watched as a kid. I did watch all the Looney Tunes.
Favorite Looney Tunes character then? Let's dig deep, Joe.
Oh, I'm going Bugs all the way. He's just too cool.
What?
Too cool, man.
You're an idiot.
Wrong answer? Is that
there was a correct answer, and that one was not it.
What's the correct answer?
That's not true. Bugs is great. There is a saying, and I do not know who said it, possibly me right now, but that Bugs Bunny plays who you want to be, and Daffy Duck is who you are.
I could see that.
So that's,
I could definitely see that.
That is why. Where Disney cartoons, when you see Mickey and Pluto, and I'm not talking about like the Pocahontas or Lion King or anything like that, and I can't believe I used Pocahontas coming out of the gate with a Disney cartoon, but anyway, when you see Disney cartoons like Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Pluto, Donald Duck, that type of thing, it's kind of like that warm, fuzzy, like, no, it's family, whatever. Whereas when you see Looney Tunes, it's kind of like, way crazy.
Yeah, right, more wacky.
And yes, but Daffy Duck was definitely the best. The best.
He was a duck with a lot of problems. he had a lot of problems. So I understand if people see themselves in Daffy. He was just always messing up, and he knew enough to know when it was happening, and he knew enough to hate Bugs. So yeah.
I truly feel that some of the funniest things I've ever seen was Duck Season, Rabbit Season. That cartoon going back and forth. It's Duck Season, Rabbit Season, Duck Season, Rabbit Season. Hilarious. And it's just
classic.
Just two people just saying the same words back and forth, but yet comedy gold. Mwah. Take that, Borat.
But yeah, so LeBron in another Space Jam. I'm not gonna see that.
This
I'm
looks
sorry.
like the world's most boring film.
Is this straight to video?
I doubt it.
Is it being directed by Ivan Reitman, which is another low for that guy?
Oh, wow. They mentioned Justin Lin. Now, Justin Lin...
LeBron's pool boy?
Justin Lin has been the creative mastermind behind Fast and Furious's renaissance, if you will, where they basically, from 4 onwards, where they just decided laws of gravity, whatever. Justin Lin has helmed several Fast and Furious films. He's also doing Star Trek Beyond. And he's seen as the guy to come in and sort of give things like a kick up its butt. However,
I don't know how does that happen.
But is it gonna? I just can't imagine it. I don't think it's gonna be any fun, or I don't think it's gonna be interesting.
But I understand how directors don't want to be pigeonholed. Like, I don't want to be just known for my Jason Bourne movies. I want to be known for romantic comedies as well, or something like that. But that's really going off the reservation when you're like, hey, I did Fast and Furious. Now I'm going to do Space Jam 2. It's like, what happened, man?
Yeah, you fell off.
Is your coke habit that bad? You need that? Come on.
I do wonder about.
And how does that get greenlit? Who's greenlighting these things?
That's why I was saying I can't believe this is actually happening. I really just honestly thought there's no way. Why would they spend all this money on this? But LeBron James is, like it or not, one of the most visible basketball stars that we have right now.
I choose not.
Yeah, he's out there, so there's that. So
he was terrible in Trainwreck, so I just can't wait to see him in Space Jam 2.
He was
really
a train wreck.
In Trainwreck, mainly because they
he
knew
was
how
a
to use
train
him.
wreck in Trainwreck.
They knew how to use him in Trainwreck, but generally speaking, him carrying an entire movie, yeah, I don't know about that.
It seems like they're just throwing him in anywhere for ratings, is what it's looking like for me.
That's horrible. Horrible. Well, thanks for bringing the whole show down, Shannon.
Okay, I have one last piece of movie news which you guys might like. They have cast the new Han Solo for the young Han Solo
I
film.
did read that. Don't know who it is, though. So,
Okay.
spoiler, new Han Solo.
Yes, there's a new Han Solo, guys. His name is Alden Ehrenreich. He was in...
Wait, is it the brother of the Ex Machina chick? Isn't that the same name you just used?
I use Vikander.
Isn't that the same thing?
Vikander,
What am I saying?
Ehrenreich. What are you?
What am I saying?
What are you hearing? What are you hearing? He was in Hail Caesar. He was in Beautiful Creatures.
What is he in Hail Caesar?
He was the Western movie
Oh,
star.
okay, gotcha.
He was a Western movie star who was trying his hardest to step out of his lane
And
unsuccessfully.
and he's the new Han Solo. I don't know if I like that.
I thought he was really hilarious in Hail Caesar, and I didn't even like Hail Caesar very much.
I did not either. I agree.
Right? I don't know what it was.
And I am a Joel and Ethan Coen fan, like huge fan.
Yeah, I am as well. I didn't even care to even see it.
They're hit or miss for me. I worry about
Their
them now.
early stuff I thought was great.
Big Lebowski, amazing.
The Blood Simple. Blood Simple. Anybody?
I didn't
that was
see
their
that one.
first movie. Amazing
I heard
thriller.
that was good.
Blood Simple.
Yes.
Then they come up with Raising Arizona, which I thought was a great live-action cartoon. It was just funny and amazing. Coming off of that, I believe, was Hudsucker Proxy, if I'm not mistaken, which I enjoyed. I thought it was a great throwback to 30s films, the kind of Preston Sturges, whatever. Barton Fink, which was a very surreal film, but I still enjoyed it. Thought it was a good movie. You guys can jump in anytime.
No. I was waiting for you to go through their entire filmography.
Oh, Miller's Crossing. Miller's Crossing, amazing gangster film.
I can name 2 films that I like by them.
And then they came out with Fargo. And then Fargo, I went to see in the theater because I was like, Joel, Ethan Coen, I love you. Heterosexual love. And
okay.
I went to see Fargo and I hated it.
You hated Fargo?
Hated it. Oh my God, I can't. I was livid when I left the theater. Like, what happened to you, Joel Ethan Coen?
Serious?
I love Fargo.
I can't tell you how much I hated it. I will say this. Watching it again and again and again, I've watched it like several times since then, I now really enjoy it. But I don't know why that one time watching it in the theater when it coming out, maybe because I was so used to, because you can't pin them down like, oh, they're great thrillers or they're great, this director. They kind of go all over the place. And, but yeah, just Fargo struck a wrong chord and I hated it. But I love it now. I think it's great, and I think it spawned a great TV series as well.
I feel their movies you have to watch a few times to notice all the subtleties. But like Big Lebowski, I watched that.
Big Lebowski was in there somewhere too.
I watched that over and over again. I still find new things today. Like,
Do not
I
like
never
that
noticed
movie.
that.
That's another. That's one of their movies. That was the beginning of the downfall for Joel Ethan
Big
Coen.
Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Really? And
Not
it's
a
funny
fan.
because that's seen as one of their favorites.
Exactly.
Really.
I know. A lot of people. It's a huge go-to in Joel and Ethan Coen. Oh, Big Lebowski. And it's not. No, I will go to Raising Arizona every time. I think Raising Arizona. No Country for Old Men. Disappointing. Didn't think that was that great.
Loved it.
There was the other one. Didn't they do the Inside Llewellyn Davis?
Inside Llewellyn Davis. I wanted to see that. That had Oscar Isaac.
They did that. I did not see that. They did, I think, An Ordinary Man. They did The Man Who Wasn't There, which I enjoyed a lot. That was the one with Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah.
And a young Scarlett Johansson. Yes.
I have a quick, coming up with that, and I apologize for busting in here.
It's all good.
The Demented Revolution. By the way, you're listening to Demented Revolution. But I saw a movie yesterday that I loved, and I don't think anybody's ever heard of it or going to see it, but I highly recommend to seek it out and watch it. Not a movie in the theaters. It's out on like Hulu or Netflix or Amazon or whatever. I'm sure it's on DVD, but Baytown Outlaws.
Baytown Outlaws.
Correct. Baytown Outlaws.
What is this about?
Oh, man. If you love your action movies Southern Fried.
Southern Fried action
If
movie.
you love action films that star Billy Bob Thornton and Eva Longoria, am I saying that correctly?
I believe so.
And a retarded kid in a wheelchair, this movie is for you.
Wow.
I like all those 3 of those things.
It is a like a grindhouse, kind of like a typical like grindhouse 70s type whatever movie. Fantastic though, loved it from start to finish. It's just fun. It's got I want to say Andre Brower.
Yes.
Is that his name? Andre.
Yes, it's Andre.
Andre Brower,
Oh,
who
such a
plays
great-
who plays the captain in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Great movie. Great
He
TV show.
plays a cop in this movie. He's typecast now.
Yeah.
But the whole movie just fun from start to finish. It's just one of those fun. I wish I could even put on it. There's cameos that show up in there. It's such a weird, bizarre, fun B-movie type action flick, and it starts off with strippers on motorcycles coming to get you. Then you have black men on this like road warrior type semi. Then you have Native Americans that are coming. It's so good. It's so much fun, and these three good old Southern boys who just like to shoot and kill people, and it's so good, so good. Baytown Outlaws, thumbs up from Wayne.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, that definitely sounds interesting. And all right, guys, that's basically all the movie news we have for this week.
That's all the chit chat we have.
Aww.
Boo. All right, then. That's the end of movie chit chat. Movie chit chat.
Welcome back, revolutionaries, to Joe's Horror Corner. To all my fancy boys and ghouls who have a little taste of the darker things in life. Got some big news, guys. This past weekend, I got to meet the master. Who is the master? It is the one and only Rob Zombie. I didn't meet him, but I seen him live in concert. It was just amazing.
Okay, now how old is Rob Zombie? Like, is this like a
Is that his real name?
Rob?
Rob to the Zom, yeah.
Because I was thinking that today when I was watching the movie, like, since when did people get named, like, this is Doctor Strange, this is Luke Skywalker. They have all these cool last names. Rob Zombie. That's not his real name. You're a liar, Joe.
Well, it's actually Zombitra, but they, shortened it to Zombie.
When he moved to this country.
On Ellis Island. I am Zombie.
You know what? You're zombie now, boy.
Poor Rob Zombie family.
So I went to Fort Rock in Fort Myers, Florida. It was a 2-day rock festival.
Exciting stuff.
It was amazing.
A lot of people there, from what I understand. A lot of bands, I mean.
Yeah.
People.
It was packed. It was packed. It was thousands of people. It was all outdoors. There's like no seats. It's all grassy. And I have to say, I think all horror fans are all metal fans. I mean, I think metal and horror just goes hand in hand. So I think
interesting.
I really feel it goes hand in hand. I mean, I don't know. I think the people who listen to rock just deep down are all like Satan worshippers, and they just love horror.
No, they're all Satan worshippers.
All of them. Everybody, Christian rock included.
Now, you are an aficionado, self-proclaimed, of horror films. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have seen countless.
Countless.
And now you've just seen Rob Zombie. And how was his set?
Amazing. He had his microphone was like it looked like a corpse with like skeleton hands, and you just see him like singing into the skull. And in the background, he had all these he had a big screen playing behind him, his set. And
this during day or night?
By the time he came on, it was night. But
see, I think he should be seen.
You got to see him at night, yeah, definitely.
Because then he just looks like a creepy guy during the day. He looks like Batman during the day, like cosplay.
In the background, and like playing, it was like these old B movie, like really old school horror movies, like a old
Nosferatu and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Nosferatu, and they even had like some like really old like Japanese. Kind of like a Godzilla style movie. I don't know exactly.
Sure,
what
like
it was.
Old 50s monster flicks.
Exactly, old 50s monster flicks. High intensity. It was actually their first show of the tour, so it was really cool. You got to see like the first show of Rob Zombie in Florida. And it's the first time he's been in Florida for a couple of years, and so it was just a really big deal. He put on a great show, high energy, and it was at night. Well, I was glad because it was really hot all day.
Yes.
And it was by the time I think I got there at noon, and by the time he came on, it was about around 10. So at that point, it was a long day.
So are you sure you weren't hallucinating at this point?
At this point, it may have possibly been an hallucination.
You could have been passed down the backseat of someone's car who put on a Rob Zombie CD, and you're just like, oh, I'm seeing him live.
It could have been a dream sequence,
It could have.
Oh my God, was there anybody with like insect men that were flying around?
There was flying insect men, and it was Mad Max. Very Mad Max. Here's a cool thing. Here's a fun fact. During the show, I look over to my left, and everybody's standing up. It's crazy, but there was a couple sitting on a blanket, and they're kind of a few people, a few people lengths away from me. And I look around, I'm like, who the fuck would sit down? I mean, they obviously can't see anything. There's people standing all around them. I'm like, who would sit down? I'm looking. This guy
Let me guess. Is it somebody? Is it somebody famous?
No, it was nobody.
Damn
famous.
it.
Yeah, no.
Was it Barack Obama?
Just keep guessing. Go. I look over and see this guy, and he's like, looks like he's hyperventilating almost. And I'm like, this guy all right over here? I'm not worried about this. I'm trying to fucking watch Rob Zombie. And then I look over,
and he's dead.
And he's laying down. And he's laying on his back, and he's breathing even heavier. And I'm
Wait. So I'm sorry. So the first time you saw him, he was sitting.
He was sitting.
Okay. So it's not like you saw him standing, sitting, laying.
Right. So initially
the
he
three
was
stages
sitting,
of man you did not see.
and he had like one of those fans that they pass out. Like he was fanning himself, and then he's laying down, and his girl is fanning him. He's breathing super hard. And then I look at his arm, and he's got like a ruptured vein or something, but his arm is all wrapped up in bandage, and it's all bloody. And I'm like, this is how a fucking zombie apocalypse starts out. This is how a zombie breakout starts out during a Rob Zombie concert. This is fucking metal. You know what? If it does happen, so be it. I'll take it. I'm in heaven right now.
I don't mean to correct you, but that is not a fun fact.
You actually threw in the fun fact.
I
part.
did.
For me, it was fun. I don't know about the guy, but
So we don't know the end story of this guy.
Eventually, some people did come over and like, bro, are you okay? And then
Really?
I'm like, is that guy all right over there?
Wait, this guy was by himself, or was he with?
He was with a girl.
And did this girl not ask if he was okay at any
She
point?
was fanning him. She was over him, fanning him, and somebody's like, dude, that guy. I'm like, is that dude all right? And he's like, dude, that's the most metal fucking thing I've ever seen. Dude's got a ruptured vein. He's at the fucking concert. That's fucking metal. I'm like, that is metal. It's also unsanitary.
Extremely. Jeez.
So yeah.
But I did think that would be a good start of a zombie flick. That'd be a good start of a zombie.
You have not painted a picture.
Yeah, but then you're right there though, so it's hardly. It's not like you're gonna get out. Like you're like, oh, I'm right in the middle of the outbreak.
Yeah.
You want to be on the edge.
And would you say the ruptured vein came from maybe like shooting up?
Yeah,
or?
I think he did look like a heroin addict. So did his girlfriend. They look like addicts.
Oh, then it has now turned into a fun fact.
So because wow.
But imagine that setting. You're at a hardcore metal rock concert, and then right in the middle, a zombie breakout. I think it'd be a good start to a movie.
Would Rob Zombie continue to play? Would he be like the guys on the Titanic that continued to play as the ship went down? Would Rob Zombie continue to play as a zombie apocalypse broke out in the middle of one of his shows? That's the question of the day.
Not only do I think, I guarantee he would. I'm going to say he's going to be like, this is fucking awesome. Keep playing, boys.
Hooray. Now, so you are a Rob Zombie fan.
I am.
Going way back, I'm assuming. Yeah?
Yes. Yep.
What is your favorite Rob Zombie film? Because he is not only a musician, but also a director.
He's also a director, and my favorite is House of a Thousand Corpses.
Really?
Yes.
Did we not talk about this already?
We
or no?
may have
I think
talked
we
about
did.
this.
I think we did. We did talk
House
about
of a Thousand Corpses had a little bit of everything in it.
Because I threw in the Devil's Rejects, the sequel.
Yes, Devil's
as
Rejects.
the better film.
I did not like Devil's Rejects. Was not a horror film. It was more of a suspense.
I was scared.
It was more of a suspense, more of a crime story.
I agree. It was the 70s. I agree.
Why as House of a Thousand Corpses, which
you did not like his
horror.
Halloween. You did not like his
I liked his Halloween. I liked his Halloween.
But you liked House of a Thousand Corpses better.
Best film. That's my favorite film. Yes.
Interesting.
It's one of my.
Shan, do you have a Rob Zombie?
I've only ever seen one film, and I was nauseated the entire way. So was that the goal? Like I don't know.
What was the film?
It was actually Halloween 2, not even Halloween 1.
I don't think I ever saw Halloween 2.
My friend brought me into it, and I was like, but I haven't seen the first one. She's like, well, you already know what it's about generally, so it doesn't matter. So I went and I saw it.
It's not like there's what's happening? Who is this guy?
Like, who is this guy? No, but
what holiday are we celebrating on this day?
But it was strange for me because I remember watching the film going, when is this set again? Because it's supposed to be set in the 70s, but there's like modern stuff. It's really anachronistic.
I thought he did. I thought Halloween was all present day. That was set. I cannot talk today.
Set in the 70s.
Yeah.
Too much alliteration.
Set in the 70s.
But honestly, I'm not sure because I was watching it, and at first I thought, oh, it's in the 70s. There's this kind of look, and a lot of the songs that are playing, they had Moody Blues playing. You know, they had this, they had that, they had old school TVs. But then Weird Al showed up out of nowhere, and then there was.
Well, how else is Weird Al going to show up? It's not like you can announce Weird Al.
He shows up.
He has to show up out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, and then there were some modern things thrown throughout. So I know it was meant to look anachronistic, but it just kind of threw me, and also, having Mike Myers with the long Rob Zombie-esque hair made me roll my eyes. I was like,
Is that right? Did he have that? I got to go back and revisit that.
He did, under the mask. He did.
He had long hair.
He had long hair under the mask, and for me, I was like, that's a little too much for me. I
thought he did an okay retelling of Halloween. I don't think I ever saw the second one, so I'm going to say the first one, which John Carpenter rules.
Definitely.
Of course.
I think he did a pretty good retelling of the Halloween story. Obviously, the original I think is scarier just because it was the original.
Right. I mean, it's a classic.
I think that was the birth of the slasher flick. Am I correct?
I would.
Joe, you are the
Yes,
expert.
Yes, it was indeed.
I defer to you.
And if you can also say it was the first movie that had a recognizable final girl, where there's a final female character that fights against the person. She's
Absolutely.
like the last one standing.
That had like a recurring role too.
Yeah.
Okay, so John Carpenter does it again.
Once again.
So basically, what we're saying here is that John Carpenter is better than Rob Zombie. Is that your point? Is that the point you're trying to make?
Is that what we started talking about? Yeah.
No, but I think he did have his own style on Halloween. I think he did a good job. He's got another movie coming out this year. It's releasing September 16th.
Is it another horror film?
Would you expect that? No, it's a.
I would like a romantic comedy.
It's a romantic comedy from Rob Zombie.
Some kind of light, bubbly affair with maybe.
Man falls in love with corpse in his house.
Corpse Bride already been done.
It's called 31. It releases September 16th. It's about 5 carnival workers who are kidnapped and forced to participate in a violent game against a gang of sadistic clowns.
Yes, I did read about this. Maybe you were talking about it. Because we started talking about the killer clowns from outer space.
Right, and we did go on that tangent. Absolutely. Okay, so he's got that coming out. I'm really looking forward.
At least he's keeping it grounded in reality. That's all I can say.
With the killer clowns.
With sadistic clowns who like to play games with carny workers.
Absolutely. And if you have
it's ripped from today's headlines. That's all I can say.
If you have a fear of clowns, this would be a perfect one to go see. Really shock the pants off of you.
What? Is that a new expression as you're trying to get started?
Yeah, it's patented. Demented Revolution.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, man.
You heard it first time here. Demented Revolution.
Shock the pants off you. All right. So that'll be the new Joe's Horror Corner trademark slogan. So buy your T-shirts today, Joe's Horror Corner. It'll shock the pants off.
Shock the pants off of ya. But if you do have a chance to see Rob Zombie, if he comes to play near you in a town, I actually drove 2 hours just to go see him. There was almost 20 bands there, including Disturbed and.
No, if it was just Rob Zombie, would you still have gone?
To Fort Myers? Yes, I would have gone.
Really?
I would have gone.
Just for him?
Just for him. I went there just for him.
What if he was playing in Orlando? Would you have gone?
I would have fucking went.
How far away does Rob Zombie have to
think
play
Orlando.
Where you finally say, no,
I think Orlando is like the cutoff.
Like if he was playing in New York City, would you drive there?
No, I don't think so. He came 2 years ago, and I couldn't get the fucking.
Good for him.
Yeah, he came to Fort Myers, and I.
Oh, you mean arrived here? I got it.
Yeah,
sorry.
The last time he played in Florida was 2 years ago, and I couldn't get the fucking day off of work because I have a bunch of asshole bosses.
That is true.
Wow.
I have seen Joe's bosses. And they are nothing but a bag of assholes.
And I could not get the day off, and I was very, very upset. I contemplated calling out and just making that drive, but I didn't make plans. I didn't want to just drive out there, pass out in my car after a long hard day. But
was it the same in Fort Myers he played?
Yeah,
so that's as far as he comes. He doesn't
he's not
come
going
all
to go
the,
any further.
He's too
south
scared to
than
come. Yeah, exactly.
I think he has a bigger following on the West Coast rather than South Florida.
Really, you think so? I think he would sell out down here.
I mean, this is technically the South. There's
we
a
are.
lot of crazy
The location has been revealed. But yeah, I think South Florida he'd have a big. There's a lot of degenerate Satan worshippers down here.
There's tons of degenerates down here. I just think rock, like we don't even have a rock station down here. You know what I mean?
You're going with paper scissors after that.
We don't even have like a full-on rock station in South Florida.
When you say rock,
no, we do not. We do not have a hardcore, like we have alternative stations, and we have classical rock. We don't have like Rob Zombie style.
Snobby? Rob Snobby.
It's the alter ego. But yeah, so I just think at Fort Myers it's more white, which the entire. I mean, I did see one black person in this entire festival,
and he was.
But he was like, "Hey, bro."
Jacking cars.
Hey, bro.
He was like.
He was jacking.
He was
cars?
pickpocketing everyone.
That man was a police officer. He's jacking cars. He's doing his job.
But no,
pro-Trump,
that one black guy was like, "Hey, man, what's up, bro?" I'm like, "Oh, you're not black.
You're just really tan."
Wow.
Has anybody seen? I'm gonna divert for a second here because I just remembered I saw a movie recently, new release, kind of an independent thing. I would say I don't know what you call independent anymore. It's when I see big name stars, I can't say it's independent anymore.
Sure.
Do you agree? No.
Well, yes and no, depending on who's
like,
released.
oh, here's Tom Hanks, an independent film. It's like, no.
No.
Nope.
Right, I agree.
Tom Hanks is not an independent film.
No.
But Midnight Special. Have anybody heard anything about this?
No.
It is a very strange movie about a child who has special powers, and his father's on the run to protect his child with
Michael
special powers.
Shannon?
Yep.
Okay, I have heard of this movie then.
It's a very all I want to say is that the child, the kid who plays the child, which I'm glad he was typecast. The kid's typecast. He's gonna be portraying a kid until he grows up. But the actor who plays the kid in this movie, phenomenal child actor. Love him as a child actor. I've seen him in several things. Love him. I think he should be every child in every movie till now, till the end of time.
Okay.
There. I've made my plea.
Okay.
So Hollywood, listen up.
But okay.
He should be in the next Rob Zombie movie.
So you have any other horror news, Joe?
Actually, I wanted to hear your take. I know you saw it recently. Green Room. How was it?
Yes, I did see Green Room recently.
Patrick Stewart.
Okay, so I went to the screening of Green Room.
Give us a premise first.
Okay, the premise of Green Room is about a punk band, very little unknown punk band who, they travel on the road. They don't even have a website. They're all about just
what?
They're just
even real
in this time and age.
They're just about the music, and so they end up playing for some neo-Nazis, and they witness something crazy go down, and they're kind of stuck in. They witness a murder and the aftermath of a murder, and they're stuck in this crazy compound surrounded by neo-Nazis, headed up by Patrick Stewart. So
the biggest neo-Nazi of them all.
His head is already bald. I was worried when I saw him in Star Trek Generations, like Next Generation. I'm like, this dude.
You're in the future. You can't even, fix hair loss.
And now, is he the exactly? Is he the only name in this film?
Is he the only name? No. You also have, I always forget his name. Nope, it is Anton Yelchin, who is in Star Trek as the Russian officer. He's a young actor who's been around for a while. He's a very good actor. You also have, I always say her name wrong, Aaliyah Shawkat. She was from Arrested Development.
Sure.
She's in it as well. You also have...
She was also the young child in the movie Three Kings who has the two broken arms. I bet you guys didn't know that.
Wow.
No, I didn't know that. And also...
What is Wayne talking?
Like, what is that? There's also a very good young British actress with an unfortunate name, Imogen Poots. But she's
I love that name.
But
Imogen.
Imogen Poots. It's Poots, yes. And they're in this movie, and it's a very good movie. I wouldn't say that it was my favorite horror movie of this year, although I haven't
Would
seen
you consider it horror?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Yes and no. It has horror elements. I mean, when it first starts, they, one kind of cool thing is, they're playing for neo-Nazis, and they're not Nazis themselves, but they just sort of walk in, and then they play a song called Nazi Scum.
I would say punk band, that's a pretty good demographic right there. I would, if neo-Nazis were to hire me and I was in a punk band, I wouldn't be like, whoa, I'd rather play to my Christian rock group.
Right,
You got to expect neo-Nazis with that.
Yeah, so they play for them and they get caught in this situation, and I thought it was very good. There's a lot of very tense, quiet moments, and Patrick Stewart he's not in it as much as you expect him to. He's less like this.
I didn't expect him to be in it at all.
Yeah.
So maybe now it's more.
He's less like this malevolent force, and he's just more like this guy. He's like, look, I'm the owner of this compound. You guys saw something you shouldn't have. We're just gonna have to take care of it. Some people might have to die, and yeah, that's just the way how it goes. Yes, it's got great reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and I enjoyed it. I would honestly give it about a 7 on the scale of 0 to 10. I thought it was very good, but I thought that there's more they could have done with it. It's done by the director of Blue Ruin, which was a revenge movie that came out a few years ago, which was very quiet, but visually it looks amazing. I think, Joe, you would like it. There's a lot of scenes. There's one scene where a dude's head just blows up out of nowhere.
Love heads blowing up. Just love it.
I mean, it was so shocking. Everyone in the audience literally gasped. And they were like, like, it just threw us. Like, we didn't expect it. But it's not, like, relentless horror. There are moments of peace, and then things just, like, it goes from 0 to 60 sometimes. And at the end, it's more kind of anticlimactic. But it's...
This is Green Room or...
Green Room.
Okay.
Green Room. So it's not it's not a bad movie. I'm not sure exactly what I was expecting, but I still really enjoyed it. Anton Yelchin is very good. Imogen Poots for me is a standout. She shows up and she's got this kind of like
Pooty face.
But she's also she actually seemed to be one of the strongest characters, and after a while you kept your eyes on her because you didn't know what she was going to do next. So that was pretty interesting.
Enjoyable. It sounds enjoyable. I saw the trailer for it. Looked fun. Looked like fun.
Yes, I recommend you guys watch it.
So we should definitely see it. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you guys will definitely like it. So
all right.
Yeah, that was Green Room, guys.
Nice, good.
I can throw out a couple movies I recently saw. Keanu. I wanted to see.
Keanu and is this a horror movie?
Is this horror related?
Is this horror related?
Keanu, it was frightening.
It was frightening, but not for the reasons.
I was the only white person in the theater.
Are you serious?
No,
Really?
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't go to any of the kind of theaters. What kind of man do you think I am?
Oh my gosh.
No, it was Keanu is the Key and Peele film.
Yes.
That was just released, and I would say a 7 out of 400-star rating.
Oh,
so
seven stars
good.
out of 400. Wow, that's
my
truly
rating
great.
system is a little off,
Okay.
but I would it was not as enjoyable as I wanted it to be because I really was looking forward to this movie. I thought it was going to be this is going to be fantastic, and it was okay. It was okay.
They're hit or miss with me. I don't find everything they do that funny.
Plus, sketch comedy, like, after a few minutes, if the joke doesn't work, you're out, and you can go on to the next one. I mean, this is a...
See, that's the thing. It was great. The premise was great. There was definitely a takeoff of John Wick. Keanu Reeves' John Wick.
I guess that's why they call it Keanu.
Which I don't understand why everybody likes that movie so much.
That was a movie that was just average for me.
That movie was stupid for me.
I didn't even
Did you ever see John Wick?
Saw it.
And?
It was all right.
All right.
It's a good action movie.
It's a movie that's gotten a
No, it
lot
was
of
not.
hype, and I don't know why.
I agree. That people, they love that movie, and it's like, I'm sorry, this movie was just horrible to me. Stupid.
Aren't they making another one?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
And everyone's excited over that one.
So maybe they'll kill his fish in this one. But who knows?
My fish.
But so it's a takeoff of John Wick, which I think they could have done better, more satire with. But then they start doing satire of other movies as well, which when they did it, phenomenal, worked great. They did a Road Warrior takeoff that I was like, that is fantastic, and I loved it, but not enough. Too far between each one that they did, and I was like, it's not. So that was the unfortunate part. Just it could have been so much better, so much better. A lot of the funniest stuff, unfortunately, you do see in the trailer, and most of the cat you see in the trailer. Which I was hoping that the cat would have played a bigger role in it. I thought, kind of been funny, but whatever. So that was so that's my review on Keanu. I give it thumb sideways. So it wasn't good, wasn't bad, just right there.
All right,
it's watchable.
Just right there.
Just right there. That's my rating system. Just right there.
Okay, all right. Joe, you seen any good horror movies recently?
Recently, what was the last horror movie I saw? No, I have not. I've seen all these cheesy Netflix horror movies that are just god awful.
Oh,
but they're good. They pass the time, and
Oh, yeah,
I like falling asleep to the sounds of like screaming and horror movies. There's just
screaming,
and slashing.
So instead of those white noise machines, you just have this.
I just put on the
chainsaws.
The first half star scary movie on Netflix. I put it on. And
Now, what is your Joe what is your favorite type of horror film? Do you like the slasher?
I'm a slasher fan.
You're a slasher guy.
I'm a slasher fan. I've seen every single Friday the 13th.
Not a monster guy?
I like monster, but I mean I love like Aliens and Predator. But I think traditionally slasher, and my favorite of all, Michael Myers, because I just love Halloween. And,
of course, okay.
But Mike Myers is my favorite slasher.
Not Jason.
Not Jason.
Friday.
Not Jason. I have seen every single one of those.
Or Freddy Krueger.
Is
Freddy Krueger monster or slasher?
He's slasher.
Both.
Slasher.
He's slasher.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just burnt. He's just the guy.
He's just burnt.
Who kills you in your dreams using
Kills you in-
fantastical environments. So.
Gotcha. And he killed Johnny Depp.
Oh my
Spoiler!
God.
For a 30-year-old film.
So, too soon? Was it too soon?
You gotta wait at least 45 years before.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger, I was, yeah, whatever. He's just a burn-up guy.
He's a burned-up pedophile. That's not scary. No.
And he is.
He is.
The son of 1,000 bastards.
Is that what it was?
Really?
Yep. Yeah.
1,000. They had 1,000.
It was, his mom was like a nun who got trapped somehow in a mental
She was
asylum.
a nun? I thought she was crazy, too.
No, she was a nun.
Was she burnt?
No, she was trapped in a mental asylum, and they all just continually raped
A mental
her.
asylum that had 1,000.
Holy crap.
1,000 people. That was told in the second movie?
I think it was the second, yeah.
Yeah, because I do remember hearing that ridiculous, stupid story.
Yeah.
Because I guess I was supposed to
She's
feel bad for him.
They're like, okay, nuns, come back inside. And she's like, oh, I'm just trying to get to the exit. I can't. Oh, you guys locked me out. And then they're like, hey, what's up, nun? And then they all just continually rape her. And they have.
Because that's how
Freddy.
That's how 1,000 crazy bastards sound. Hey, what's up, nun? That's their opening rape line.
Oh my.
What's up, nun?
Oh my.
Nuntin.
Nuntin.
Oh, you
wow.
nun rapists. So, yeah, nobody wants to think about the after story. Now, see, that's a movie I'd like to see. Not the actual rape, but how about the after story when someone opens the door the next day to feed him and be like, oh my God, we left Sister Teresa in here. She looks horrible.
Oh, you're pregnant now. You're
And
fired from the nunnery.
There's 1,000 of them. Did they all take their turns on you, Sister Teresa? You know, but then she keeps the baby.
She's a Catholic.
But still,
Yeah, she's
I just been raped by 1,000 people. 1,000 people.
Still, Catholicism.
I mean,
cannot get rid
just
of it.
that alone. Ouch. I'm sorry. That's
not pleasant.
No, that's not a porno movie I want to see.
So the Demented Revolution coming out against rape. We're against it.
Against 1,000 people gangbang on a nun.
That's pretty horrible.
We are anti that.
That's fucking metal.
Okay, now you're making me not want to see that movie. That just freaks me out. Like,
well, it doesn't show it. It's not an X-rated rape.
No.
$1,000 gangbang.
They just kind of
1,000 people gangbang.
They
just kind of show them go over her, and that's where they.
Do they actually show it?
They don't
Is there
show
a
it. No,
flashback?
they just show like they're all like get that.
But that's what I'm saying.
That rapey look in their eye.
There is a flashback.
Yeah, there's like a whole part. Yeah, there's a whole scene, and
They have that rapey look in their eye.
that rapey look, and
you can spot that from through
like,
a crowd.
and they all get close, and
Hey, what's that guy doing?
You know what happened.
Rapey.
oh my god! Wow. For me, it looks like the zombie look, so I just tend to like stab people regardless. Like I just. Are you a zombie? Are you a rapist? No, you can be both.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Even a zombie rapist would say no. Stab, stab, stab.
It's like, sorry, we're gonna have to. I have to err on the side of caution here.
So you have the Freddy Krueger, who was the bastard child of 1,000 lunatics, 1,000 lunatics in a gangbang with a nun.
Yes.
Then you have Jason Voorhees,
abused kid at a camp.
He was abused at the camp?
Well, I think he was already mentally handicapped, and the counselors were too busy like getting it on. And
let's get it on.
I think
And
he was picked on or something, and then
didn't he die because of their negligence or something?
yeah,
like
he
that?
drowned. He went to the lake, and he ended up drowning because they weren't paying attention of the special needs child.
Because they were too busy having sexual intercourse.
Yes, in the very first movie,
so this movie
the
is
mother
funky,
getting revenge
sexy
on
funk.
all the counselors.
Ah.
So it's not actually Jason. It's Jason's mother.
Okay.
In the first
but the counselors she's getting revenge on are not the counselors who were there to kill her child. Am I right or wrong?
No, I think they're the same counselors. I
They're
think
the
it's
same counselors.
I think it's like the next year or something like that. But the same counselors, and they'll just get slayed by this.
Because it does
lady.
seem like these people come back and kill like totally innocent people that had
like
nothing to do with it.
random people.
I'm going to get you back because some other people killed my boy. So
my boy.
But the mother was killed?
She was killed at the end.
And then
the
creepy Jason comes out of the water at the end.
Comes back, yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's his origin story. And then you have Michael Myers.
Michael Myers'
origin story is...
He's just a disturbed kid, and on Halloween ends up killing his sister, his mom. He just kills his family. Kills his family.
For no reason.
Except for the
spoiler alert.
The baby, yeah. Except for the baby who turns out to be...
Is this from the original, or this is the Rob Zombie one?
No, this is from the original. Like in the first movie, they never mentioned it, but in the second movie, they do actually talk about the link between the two characters.
Okay, so he was just creepy guy. No, there's no. What was his trigger? What
in
made
the
him
first
kill
movie, in the original, I mean, the Rob Zombie remake, they really kind of explain the character. They show that he's just disturbed because he comes from a fucked up environment. The first one, he was just a screwed up kid and just had his mask on and just kills his sister.
Fun fact, you guys might know this, but
I hope this is fun and not like Joe's rapey weird fun fact.
The mask, this might be a very common piece of pop trivia, but the mask that he wore was actually an old William Shatner mask that he wore over his face.
I did hear that William Shatner wore over his face.
William Shatner is a lizard person. No, it's a regular mask that they had that was supposed to look like William Shatner, and he wore that over his face.
And yes, I've heard that lore, but every time I see it and I look at the mask, that looks nothing like William Shatner.
I wonder if maybe if it was melted in the sun, and then they found it, and they were like, yeah, I don't know.
Every time I look at it, it's like, that's not William Shatner there. Or maybe I'm thinking of the different William. Maybe they mean William Shatner, the hardware store guy.
Who has like a blank face. It's possible.
So that was... yes. So let me see. Is there any other slasher origins? Any other sequel slashers? That's pretty much it, right? For
those are the
slashers?
main ones. Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers.
Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers. Yeah, those are the most popular ones.
Oh, here's something exciting that I can contribute. Yay! I can contribute.
Good job.
I can do anything. There is a new horror film coming out called The Shallows.
I did hear
which
this.
looks crazy fun.
Yeah,
because it's like Jaws revisited type thing.
Right.
Where a girl gets I'm going to say scuba diver, but snorkel or whatever, gets trapped out in the shallows where there's a huge shark that is circling her. And I saw the previews and it looks great.
Okay.
Looks like a lot of fun. So, and I am terrified of sharks. So this movie will be awesome for me.
All right.
So The Shallows, looking forward to that. Shallows, don't disappoint me.
Well, I think that's it for Joe's Horror Corner. We'll see you next time, boys and ghouls.
Demented Revolution wrapping it up for another time, but we are not finished yet because we have recommendations.
It's recommendation time. Recommend.
Now, I know I already kind of prematurely recommended Baytown Outlaws. That was mine. So if you're out there, you like a little grindhouse kind of fun action flick, Billy Bob Thornton's in it, along with Eva Longoria and others. You'll enjoy it. Michael Rappaport, Zoe Bell. Fun kind of grindhouse B-movie flick. That's my recommendation for this week. Baytown Outlaws. Shannon.
Well, speaking of like grindhouse, like exploitation flicks, there's this great movie called Bitch Slap. Now, when I say great, I'm probably putting this in quotation marks, but it is an amazing movie about 3 women who get the chance to steal $200 million in diamonds, and it's completely insane. There is a scene where 2 of the characters fight towards the end, and I swear, it's a 10-minute fight scene, and it's awesome. There's so much CGI and green screen effects, but you can't help but laugh every time it happens. Blatant.
It's not like, they're trying to
melt
it in, be like, nobody's going to notice. It's blatant. It's over the top, like in your face. If you like B movies, you like this movie.
Yes, it is. I mean, it has a crazy cast of characters. I mean, not that many recognizable people, but it also has like a bunch of Xena and Hercules actors showing up out of nowhere for hilarious cameos.
That's awesome.
You have Lucy Lawless show up as a bikini-wearing nun. It's insane. It really is. I think that it's a movie that you guys should definitely watch. As long as you just have a sense of fun, you're just gonna watch it. There's a lot of bad acting in it, both intentional and unintentional. But it's quite a good movie. So that's my recommendation for like a B movie grindhouse movie
Bitch
that you
slap.
should watch.
Bitch slap.
So 2 grindhouse flicks. Joe, coming around third. What's another good grindhouse film that you can recommend to our recruits?
All right, I got a good B horror movie. It's actually on Netflix. It's good. I know you've seen it, Wayne. Dead Snow.
Love Dead Snow.
Dead Snow. I've heard good things about Dead Snow.
You should check it out. There's actually Dead Snow 2 as well.
Okay.
Is that on Netflix as
Yeah,
well too?
they're both on Netflix.
I think I actually enjoyed 2 better. I thought 2 was much more fun.
Yeah,
but
definitely more fun. Had more comical elements to it.
But either way, yes. I'm sorry. Dead Snow, fantastic. Love it.
What's Dead Snow about for people who don't know it?
All right, let me give you a little
Are
premise.
they German or Norwegian? It's a group of
yeah, it's a group of skiers, and they
like young kids that's like taking a break. Hey, we're all gonna come up here instead of going to like the beach. They decide to go up to the mountains and to do like skiing and whatever. I'm kind of stealing your thunder, Joe. Go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, you got it. And they're skiing, and they run into a menace, and of all things, it's zombies. But what kind of zombies? To make it even worse, it's Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies.
Because they find the hidden Nazi gold, which then awakens the Nazi zombies, who then...
So, the supernatural Nazi... The hidden gold... Wait,
It
what?
is phenomenal.
It's really
is
good.
phenomenal.
It
is so
sounds
much fun.
insane. Okay.
Because you can't beat being, attacked by zombies who are Nazis to boot.
Right.
It's just-
And they're chasing their gold. I need my gold.
instead of brains. Gold!
But
Okay.
really fun. It's on Netflix. Check it out. 1 and 2. Dead Snow.
Yes, and I highly recommend if you're watching Dead Zone 1, you've got to watch Dead Zone 2 because Dead Zone 2 is actually a lot more fun. Seems like more production went into it, more money went
Yeah.
into it. It's a lot cleaner, a lot more polished, and I just think it's so good. But don't skip Dead Snow 1. Watch that to get the whole
Definitely.
story. Then boom, head up to Dead Snow 2. I agree. So 3 grindhouse fricks. Good Lord. 3 grindhouse flicks. Baytown Outlaws, Bitch Slap, and Dead Snow are our recommendations on Demented Revolution.
It's recommendation time. Recommend.
So that brings Demented Revolution to a close. Thank you all for listening, and thank you, Ben Sounds, for giving us all the music for the episode. Any music needs that you might have, internet or otherwise, please go to bensounds.com. Shannon?
I'd like to give a hat tip to Deadline, obviously, for providing the movie news. Really excited about a lot of it, so that was pretty great. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Go out tonight, revolutionaries, and go recruit people for the revolution. And like us on Twitter, or like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, and
They
like
can
us.
like us on Twitter, too.
You can like us everywhere. I mean, and subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll have stuff coming up weekly.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere there's social media, we probably will not be. But if we're not, just copy and paste and throw us up there. Come on, people. Do your work. You're part of this revolution.
Revolt.
Revolt against us working for it.
We are revolting.
And with that, we bring to another close the reading of the minutes. Joe!
You have reached the end of the internet. To continue listening, please turn the internet over and press play. Thank you.